Hey groupies, welcome back to Form of Therapy. This is the Culture Study, and I'm the channel's video producer and your host. You can call me PD. And today we are checking out Howling by VICTON. Now, we are going for a little bit of a new format. Recently, there has been a widespread of the COVID-19 virus, and I've been back from Iceland for a couple weeks now, and we're taking some precautionary measures, and I might be going into quarantine in the next coming weeks. So I'm filming some stuff here from my home, as well as stuff from the office as well. We're filming both, and I just felt like watching Howling. You know, a lot of people have been wanting me to check out Howling, so I wanted to test out this format to see if you guys are going to be okay with a format like this, because while there hasn't necessarily been like a forced quarantine yet, I do feel like the situation is getting worse, and we're probably not going to be going out to the office for a while. So let me know if you guys are okay with this format, because even while I'm in quarantine, or at least self-isolation, I want to provide content for you guys. All right, so today we're going to be watching Howling by VICTON. I'm super excited to check this out. We finally caught up with VICTON and checked out their comeback from late last year. This is their next comeback afterwards, especially with one of their members returning from X1. Obviously, there was the whole scandal with X1. We're not going to talk about that. We are going to try to keep it positive here on the channel and focus on what's important, VICTON and the music. Now, before we get into this video is brought to you by our Patreon. Our Patreon is the best way to support us, if you want to support us monetarily, that is. If you want to support us monetarily, at Patreon, you get early access to reaction videos just like this, and for higher level tiers, you get live stage reactions, drama club reactions, J-pop reactions, all sorts of good stuff. So head on over to Patreon. That's where all the fun happens. But if you can't support us monetarily, or you don't want to, we understand. Let's just watch this video. This is Howling by VICTON, and this is your form of therapy. All right. We're also testing out a no editing feature, because while we are in quarantine, I'm probably not going to have access to my editor. I don't know. I'll have to talk to him about it. But yeah, it's going to be difficult because we had an in-house editor. But we're going to try this for now. Let's see. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Is there no audio? Oh, okay. It was just going for a quiet cold open. Ooh. I love the sound already. What's interesting is, like, the piano is going at a very slow pace, but then you've got the clock ticking in the background, which is actually kind of giving the song a lot of momentum, like making it move really fast. And then now everything's starting to pick back up. This is a great contrast. Like, honestly, the tone of the song is really slow, but like his rapping is really fast. Oh. Oh, that's catchy. Oh. Oh, absolutely. I'm about this. Oh, this comeback is where it's at. Oh my god! Oh, sorry. I don't mean to yell into the mic. Sorry. Probably can't even edit the audio down. Ooh. Huh. It's like talking into a tape recorder. That part is so cool. This like ending part to the chorus where it's like this very smooth interweaving of his voice. Like it's very like, it's very mesmerizing. It's like na 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 na. I love the sound of that. It's already catchy. It's stuck in my head already. Oh. Wow. This song has a lot of cool impact points. We're definitely going to watch that again. Oh, man. This song is really, really good. Listen. I liked Nostalgic Night. I'm not saying I didn't, but this is on a whole nother level. I mean, you have to consider that Nostalgic Night and Howling are two very different genres, I feel like. Nostalgic Night, well, goes for the more nostalgic, kind of bittersweet, very delicate sort of sound. It's very pretty. It's a very pretty song. Howling is a lot more, it's a lot deeper. It's a little bit more desperate. There's a lot of this sort of kind of reaching out for a love that you can't quite grasp type of situation. Ooh, there's subtitles too. Let's check that out on the second rewatch. Oh, they're Korean, whatever. I mean, that only helps me. Actually, yeah, you know what? I'll read the Korean subtitles. But Howling, very good song. I love it. This is like kind of like my favorite, like one of my favorite parts of VICTON's discography. They do like really emotional, dark music really well. I would say Nostalgic Night for me, that kind of leaned more into like, more like Time of Sorrow. And I'm also hoping that like we can get like a hype comeback as well, like Unbelievable. Or Eyes, because VICTON just like VICTON has a particular sound, but they are not bogged down to a particular genre, which is interesting because not a lot of groups can do that. Not a lot of groups can have a defining sound, and usually when a group does have a defining sound, like VICTON does, but they don't have a defined genre, it's usually because of their singers or their rappers. And I would have to say, VICTON has very distinct vocalists. Especially because there are tons of boy groups and girl groups in K-pop, you know, there are a lot of good singers, but there are not a lot of singers with, in Korean it's called umsek. It's a unique color to your voice. You hear the voice and you go, oh, that is immediately, bam, that person. But I think VICTON has always had that with their vocalist and their rapper. Let's watch Howling again. I actually really like, if you look at the O in Howling, obviously it's smaller for you guys, but if you guys go check out the music video, because you should stream the music video, the O has like this sort of cascading effect, you know, kind of like it's like an echo, and like, you know, like when you howl, there's like that echoing effect as the howl continues on, right? Like you hear in the chorus that very interesting. Let's watch this again. All right. 3, 2, 1. Why am I saying 3, 2, 1? That's what I do for my edits, so that my editor knows where to sync the video. Again, so like I talked about before, subtitles are so weird. Like I said before, the piano is going at a slow pace, like dun dun, whereas there is this ticking clock sound that is actually contrasting that. That's going, that's actually giving the song much more of like much more of a urgency. So the song feels kind of hype and it feels very urgent, but at the same time, you can tell that it's going to be emotional. And it's going to be a lot deeper, 감정적인, emotional type of song, because of the slow pace piano. Oh, I love that. Ooh. There's a sort of fluidity to their choreo. Oh my god. Ooh, gold chain choker. Okay, hold on. These subtitles are not even accurate. I think these are auto-generated. Let me see. Yeah, they're auto-generated. They're not even remotely accurate. All right, let's turn that off. Oh, man. Can we talk about this scene real quick? This scene looks extraordinary. So cool. So this entire music video has a very interesting visual look to it. It has like this aura of mystique. It kind of feels like that time between it's not nighttime, it's not morning, that sort of twilight in the night, that sort of midnight to 4 a.m. where, you know, you know, that period where it's like the sun's not out and it's not necessarily completely pitch dark, but there's that weird moment. If you're a night owl like me and you stay up that long, there are weird portions in time in the day like that, or in the night like that. And you ever like drive through the streets late at night and there's like that fog that sets and it looks like the Dementors are coming? Like, that is the kind of vibe that this has. This has that weird, moody, late night 3 a.m. drive vibes. And they're accomplishing that by using fog. I feel like I've been talking about fog in videos lately. But, you know, it's an often used technique. Here it's a little bit more obvious. Usually you don't do it this thick unless it's meant to be a purposeful effect. Usually you have fog in a scene to refract light, because when you have lights in the background and there's shooting, it can look flat, but there's a lot more dimension added if you actually have fog, because they hit the fog, the different particles in the fog, and then it refracts the light. Here, this is actually more used for the added effect of the visual element to make this look and have that sort of moody late nighttime effect. So obviously the song already has that sort of mood and tone to it, but here you get an emphasized version of that because of the visual palette. The visual here like really says, like, even look at the lighting here. Like, it's very harsh lighting. In fact, his whole body is completely pitch dark and there's just like a really harsh light. Like, it's not overexposed, but it's not perfectly exposed either. Like, it's just like maybe one stop a little too bright and it's sort of like shining on him, and it gives like a weird uncanny valley look. It's freaking great. Oh, there's my boy. Love that blue air on him. Oh, there's my other boy. Also, what I'm noticing when they do that part in the chorus where it goes, sorry, excuse my terrible voice. I can't really obviously hit the range that they do. The song's called Howling, and the song is about, the song lyrics, you have like, can you hear my howling? They're crying out. This is their version of howling. You know, that that's them howling. Usually, you know, when you hear the word howling, you kind of associate it with wolves, etc. But this one is more of a melodic, much more softer version of it. So that's cool. This part is so good. Na 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 na. Ooh, that part of the choreo is cool. Let's look at that again. Ooh, he like knocks them all down. What is this set? Holy crap. Love the edit there. Oh, if you notice that cut right there, it was very, very there was like a small punch cut that I really liked. Oh, it wasn't a punch cut, it was an actual physical zoom. Where he goes like bomb, bomb, bomb. He's like reaching out towards the camera, and then the camera goes in instead of pulling out, which would have a different effect. It's kind of make you seeping in towards him. Oh, that was a very nice shot. And there's a lot of like, there's a lot of great impact moments, like I was talking about earlier. If you look here. Yeah, that pa, pa, pa. There's a lot of great moments. There's someone else with him in that scene. Oh, okay. Oh, that part, I love that part. Sorry. Oh my god, that was so good. It's so satisfying to not only hear the but to actually see him pop upwards and downwards. That move was so good. Oh man, I gotta see live stages for this. I was wondering what these eyes were earlier, and they're like wolf eyes. So obviously they're trying to emulate sort of that bleeding heart syndrome, quite literally, with the symbolism of a pomegranate emulating like a heart being crushed, and you could see like the blood trickling down. Love that series of shots right there. You can see this sort of yeah, so this part of the song where the na 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 na, it has this sort of swaying, almost like a drunk sort of kind of vibe. And if you look at the shots, they are not crisp, they are not clear. Usually you achieve this effect by shooting at a lower frame rate and then moving the camera quickly, which causes like this, just like this swimmy effect. Oh, great transition. Great series of transitions right there. They have like this light sunspot. They used it as a transition twice. Okay, this shot is really cool. So there's a lot of particle effects going on and some lens flare too. Well, not lens flare, more like light flares, leaks. So this set, it looks like they have like this circled out set, and then they decorated the ground with gold. I believe it's confetti. It looks glittery, but if you look at the ending shot from earlier, there was confetti falling to the floor. And then you've got all of these random dot particles, where there are some shots where there are no dot particles here. And I have to assume that it's because this scene is actually CG. Well, at least the particles are, the particle elements. And if you look again, what I was talking about, the top element of the music video, you can see that it's sort of different from the bottom part. And it's because they actually have fog shooting out from over here, the top right, and it's shooting out this way. And so you can see that it's higher up here, but as as they're shooting the fog, it's coming down more. So there's more fog here because it's dissipating downwards. So when you have like an infinite black abyss effect, which is quite common, a great way to kind of add on to it and not make it look cheap, because you could also make this look really cheap. It's a fine line. A way to do that is to kind of what you really want is depth, and a way to do that is you can add in CG particle elements like this, and you can add in fog, and they did both, which is really cool. So you have like these particle effects, which I'm trying to see what kind of particles they are, because that would give me a better idea of whether or not it's actually CG. But it can't be confetti because it's too small to be confetti. But I think it's supposed to emulate and play off of the sparkles on the ground. See, these particles right here, this is confetti. This is confetti. This is actually confetti. You can see the flares off the confetti. This is not confetti. This is very clearly not confetti. This is different. Okay, so looks like they shot this, or there are at least 3 main shots to this. There's this portion where there's no particles at all in the air. And if you look at the ground, there's very little confetti. Now here, there's a lot more confetti in the clean space, which means that this portion they actually filmed. So we're led to believe that this confetti is actually real. And then they have the third one, which is the CG particles. Ooh. Great zoom. Looked like a physical zoom. Yeah. A lot of like sweeping shots. God, and that part. Boom. That impact. Oh, my goodness. Man, that was incredible. That was, man, VICTON, just one of those groups that just, I am so astounded by the level of talent that they have. Oh, man, I can't wait to listen to this album. If anyone is new to VICTON, I would highly suggest that you really, really check them out. Their B-sides are incredible. Some of my favorite songs that I would suggest for VICTON would be VICTON's Unbelievable, Blank. I really like Blank. Sunrise is great as well. Just check out all their music, really. They're all friggin' fantastic. But I think Blank is my favorite. It's just the quintessential boy group pop song it's the type of boy group pop song that I really like as well. But guys, I hope you enjoyed like my review and breakdown. Oh my god, this video is over 20 minutes long. Sorry, usually we would edit and cut these down, but I really, really got into this video, and we have no editor. So thank you for joining me for this video. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope Alice's can appreciate this. VICTON, incredible group. Please check them out if you liked Howling. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. But please tell me, what did you think of VICTON's Howling? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, remember, if you would like to support us, patreon.com/formatherapy is the best way to do so. If you want to get early access to reactions, or you want live stages, variety show reactions, drama club reactions, reactions to J-pop material, go ahead and visit us at Patreon. However, supporting us monetarily is completely optional. If you don't want to support us monetarily, hit like down below. below, right over here. If you hit like or you leave a comment and you interact with our videos, it actually helps us out a lot with the YouTube search algorithm. So we would greatly appreciate it. Please, we would really, 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 really appreciate it. If you're new Alice, or you're new to the channel, just why don't you, if you like this video, you want to see more, why don't you consider subscribing over here? Turn on that notification bell. Be sure to hit the notification bell if you want to see more videos from us in the future and be notified when we do. And go ahead and check out all our other videos off to the side. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.